everyone. Welcome back. Did you all miss me? I missed you. But I was away for a minute because I just really was contemplating a lot of things. As you know, I have been doing a lot of like trending, hot topic celebrity readings. But with this being a very serious year, at least here in America, there's a lot of things going on politically, there's a lot of things going on economically, socially, that has just been making me feel some type of way. And so I kind of want to change gears this next month or so, or maybe just moving forward, where I'm going to probably be doing a bit more serious topics, more spiritual topics, and things like that. More of the, I guess you can say, weirder topics, just because, yeah, life is lifing right now. I don't know if anybody else is feeling that way, but I have. So I took some time away to just kind of like try to be centered. I am doing this reading post the Trump attempted asterisk nation, if you know what I mean, because I don't know if I can actually say that word on YouTube because it's always something. But there's a lot going on, and one of those things is about our Supreme Court. A lot of people are upset with them. I would say two or three of the big ones is what is her name? I know it's Barrett, Alito, and Thomas. I know their last names. I can't remember the first names. But these three judges in particular have been, they're not qualified for the job, and they need to recuse themselves from holding this very powerful office. If you don't know, here in America, we have three different branches, and one of them happened to be the Supreme Court. And with this being appointed a judge there, you have a lifetime appointment. So once you get in there, you do not have to leave. Our presidency has term limits, our Congress has term limits, Senate has term limits. If you're doing mayoral, it's term limits. If you're doing something on the local level, a lot of those Congress positions, those city positions, those municipal positions, they have term limits. However, the judges do not. And this is particularly dangerous when you have people like, I know, at least from what I've heard, Thomas and Alito, who have spouses that are roped into racist things. They're roped into uh, insurrection type things that has been going on. Like, I know Thomas' wife was wrapped up in the January 6th. Alito's wife has been roped into some neo-Nazi stuff. She's always going around very proud that she's German. That's not the issue, but she likes to represent a lot of Nazi propaganda. Um, so they need to recuse themselves from a lot of cases that involve this, but they do not. On top of this, both Alito and Thomas have been um, investigated for the amount of dark money they have been receiving. Essentially, dark money is they have been receiving it from billionaires, millionaires, corporations. They have been getting paid to change their vote instead of being impartial. So their votes are literally for they can literally be bought, and that is not something you would want for someone who is supposed to be, who sits on the highest judicial position in your system, in your legal system. It's not right. On top of this, two of the judges were appointed under Trump's presidency, and this is Kavanaugh and Barrett. Barrett, for one, was so young, no experience at all. She also has, I believe, a Mormon background, so there's a lot of Christian nationalism, I guess you can kind of say, that's being put forth with her, or agenda that's being pushed forth with her. And then Kavanaugh, unfortunately, had a whole lot of hoopla during his appointment because of allegations of rape and SA. However, if I was to be impartial, Kavanaugh doesn't seem to be too bad of a judge to me. He seems to be ruling pretty impartially, but again, this is just from what the few things I've seen. But let me know down in the comment section if you know a bit more. But with all of that being said, there has been some articles of impeachment that has been put forth for both Alito and Thomas to be removed from their positions by what is her name? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, because of their negligence to their position, essentially. And a lot of people are urging Biden to do some kind of overhaul or some packing in of judges because of the I guess you can kind of say slanted judgment that we have. Most of them are more conservative when most of the country does not agree with a lot of the decisions that they have made. So, with all of that being said, I want to see if there is going to be some kind of overhaul or change or some kind of impeachment of anything of that kind coming up. What's going to be coming up? This is the whole reason why I want to do this reading. I want to see what's going to be coming up for the Supreme Court and these judges moving forward. So, with all of that being said, please note that when I say I am doing a reading, if this is your first time here, hello, thank you for coming and joining us. But what I mean by reading is a tarot reading. I do use tarot cards to kind of hone in essentially a bit more on the messages and things like that that I'm getting. These are just a tool. But again, if you are someone who does not find tarot, who does not resonate with tarot, astrology, if it goes against your morals, your creed, your religious beliefs, etc., please find something else on YouTube to watch. I do not want to disturb your spirit, and neither do I want you to say that I am trying to coerce you or change you, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm simply trying to utilize a tool of mine that assists me with, getting messages, interpreting what may be coming through in the future. For all of you who have been here before, you know what I'm going to say. Tarot should not be used as the end all be all. Please note that tarot is just on this channel, is just for entertainment purposes only. Please always exercise your power of discernment, okay? So, with all of that being said, if you are someone who is further disturbed by astrology, numerology, geomancy, talk of the esoteric, talk of magic, of woo-woo, of different spiritual beliefs, etc., this is not the channel for you, and I bid you adieu. Okay, thank you for the view, but you should not continue further. If you are someone who is simply wanting to see the message, fine, put me on in the background, just hear what I'm going to say, and you don't have to watch if you feel like that's going to contaminate you. With all of that being said, let's get into this reading. Make sure I get a good shuffle here. We're going to hone in on this energy of the Supreme Court. To see what is with our, and if I have stated something, because I want to say the our judges is under the Supreme Court. I'm pretty sure that's what I read, but if I misinterpreted something, excuse me. It is like 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing this reading because otherwise I would have never got it done. So let's see. The first question I think I should ask is, will we see an overhaul of the term limits for the judges, right? Okay, one flipped over here. Where did it go? Oh, it was 2 actually. So this is not looking good to me here. So we have the 2 of Wands in the upright. We have the Devil in reverse. We have the King of Coins. And then we also have the Page of Cups. Um, so again, this isn't starting to read off very well to me. So with the Two of Wands here, this usually speaks to some kind of back and forth, some kind of decision that needs to be made. But with this coming up with the devil coming right behind it and it coming up reverse, to me, this is like people are not going to want to. Like I can hear a lot of conversation about that's not constitutionally. We don't have that in our constitution. Like, there shouldn't be certain changes when it comes to that because it's not in our constitution. You know, the same song and dance they typically like to lean on when it comes to things like this. So to me, it's kind of like stick with the devil, you know, even if it's not working. So to me, this kind of feels like that. And then with the King of Coins coming up here, to me, it feels like it may eventually happen, but it's going to take a lot of time. Um, or or this could be interpreted to, because what I'm getting right now is that I don't know, some kind of money is going to be funneled into this. Some kind of powerful man with money is going to want to control the judges. They like that they can kind of maneuver in on this. So it may be something more so where they're going to probably either change or take away a lot of the money that the judges can be made, that they make. Like, of course, they're supposed to report it. They don't always report it like they're supposed to, but maybe they're going to try to crack down on that. Like, this is going to be something you can be impeached over, or this is going to be something you can be removed, or um, you could kind of face some kind of legal repercussions. And then here with the Page of Cups, to me, with this coming, especially with this coming up in reverse, there's some kind of disenchantment here. But I feel like that's current energy. I think that's a lot of people now. Like, I'm not feeling um, the most confident in our judges and what they have. But let's see if I can get a bit more clarity here. Okay. Oop, well, we have discrimination. Okay, I'm going to move these up here. Oh, look at that criticism. Mm. Okay, I had this one fall in my lap. Originality. Hmm. We have C, indecision. It almost reads, feels like a stalemate. So I don't think term limits is going to be something we're going to see soon. I think there may be other workarounds they'll do. Like, again, people probably electing more judges or expanding how many judges we have, making sure that there is equal amount of judges that is in the who are appointed. Like, I know most of the time we have it where, because we have a two-party system here in America, most of the time they try to have it pretty even. Like, you have to have um because yeah, so like you have to have five conservative and five what they call it, and five liberal, and then maybe three that's nonpartisan. Like, they may try to do something like that. They may try to make it more balanced. I could also see it being a thing of like um what's the other parameters? So packing out the court, making sure it's more even. um I could see maybe there's a thing of like not making it to where it's just the president can appoint them. It may be the public who has a weigh in on who is elected to the justice positions as well, because I just don't see them getting away, removing the term limits and stuff, because I see that being kind of like an uphill battle, because you're going to hear a lot of the stuff about it's not constitutionally permissible or whatever. What it, what is very curious to me is that we have this discrimination and criticism card here. Like, I can read this one of two ways. A lot of people are going to say, well, why are you being discriminatory by putting age limits or term limits on this? That's being ageist, blah, blah, blah. But I could see it also being a thing of like, you all do not answer to the people, so therefore you think you are above it. Like, even the president has to answer to the people. That's just not what this is. You all are abusing your power here. Um, And again, with this indecision with the time, to me, it just feels like, yeah, a sense of like term limits and stuff like that is not going to happen anytime soon. There's going to be some changes, but I don't think it's going to be probably what people will want. It may be the start of something, but it's not going to be exactly what we want or what the general public pictured or would ask for. So what do we have here? We have subconscious reflection. We have ceaseless beginnings. Yep, look here. Every single time I see the total freedom card, to me, it always brings about several different directions and options that people want to take, but maybe none or a few may stick. Um, Also, with the ceaseless beginning, especially with this kind of looking like the recycle symbol, to me, it's kind of like, well, let's try this, let's try this. It's like, let's throw things at the wall and see if they stick, if people propose this. But it feels like, um, say, if Congress proposes it, Senate is going to strike it down, or if Senate proposes it, Congress isn't going to like it. So it's just going to be constantly like a change over. And I could definitely see the more conservative or the Republican side fighting it right now, just because they hold more power when it comes to the Supreme Court, when it comes to our judges. Most of them are conservative, most of them are in the Republican or the conservative pockets. So, yeah, I could see this kind of being an endless cycle of like things are not going to change. It's kind of just stuck, it's going round and round. Um, but it may be a few things here and there that's probably going to get pushed through, or um, that everybody can kind of decide on. Like, yeah, let's give it over to the public and let them decide. Um, and if you're somebody who's like me, I'm a little pessimistic when it comes to this. Like, yeah, we'll give it to the public, but we'll still have power over who's getting elected. We can push all this money back them with all this money, make sure their name is out there, because unfortunately here in America, a lot of people vote off of name recognition, not off of the policies that the people push for. So we'll just shove these people down their throat and they'll get voted in off of name recognition alone, just because of how much money we're putting into it, how many ads we have behind them. So yeah, I could just see that being a thing. I do wonder if there's something in the past that used to be um in place when it came to the Supreme Court, because with this subconscious reflection, it makes me feel like there's something going back to the past that they may bring up to put forth now in the future, or in place now, in order to kind of rein in the judges' powers or something, or to kind of clip their powers a little bit, curb their powers. Hmm. Okay. Okay, now I kind of want to get a reading on whether we will see some kind of impeachment come through when it comes to Alito and Thomas, because I know that is something that has been proposed. So let's see if there's something that's coming up here. Okay, I have a couple cards that flipped over. I want to take note. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. What was that other one that flipped over? And then we also have the Five of Swords here. So I was thinking of Alito when I was pulling this and looking at these cards. I could see there being some doing away with him. Three of Wands, Five of Swords. And then you have the Four of Wands in reverse. Will Alito be impeached? Will he be successfully impeached? Can you let me know? Judge Alito will be successfully impeached. So I have four cards here. We have the Knight of Coins, we have the King of Cups, we have the Page of Wands. Oh, it's a lot of people involved here coming up reverse. And then we also have the Six of Swords. He has a lot of backers. That's what I'm getting. He has a lot of backers and a lot of people that is going to protect him and make sure that he maintains and holds his position here. I think he may hide away a bit, or he may play it cool, sit in the background a little bit with his Six of Swords in reverse here. Um, he may pull some cowardice move, essentially. That's what I'm interpreting it as, and kind of like hide away in order to keep his seat and let people do the fighting for him. But yeah, there seems to be some kind of ducking and dodging here. Okay, and let's see in the case of Thomas. Oh, my ears ringing. Thomas, he be successful. Judge Thomas be successfully. Okay. Judge Thomas be successful. Did I have another card flip over? Yes. Oh, two. We have the Tower. It's not looking the best for Thomas. I think people are really upset with him, and because it's been such a mounting thing. And to be honest, Thomas is black. So I could see there being more ire against him because he is black. But I could see them kind of like holding his feet to the fire more. But again, both of their cards dealing with like leaving or loss is coming up in reverse. Refusing to take respite, refusing to step away, um, not going down without a fight. Hmm. Again, we have a he has one person here, the Queen of Cups. Do we know what his wife does? Is he probably going to be saved by something that his wife do, or some kind of connection through his wife maybe? That's what I'm getting with this Queen of Cups. This Hanged Man in the Tower does not look good for Thomas either, though. Let's see. Anything extra coming up here? Let's see what else you're gonna get here. I feel like this one want to come out. What is this? Resourcefulness, loss, So he may have something else that's going to come up that he's going to hide behind. And so this power card came out like this for Alito. I don't know. Is he going to suffer some kind of like, okay, so there may be something personal that goes on with Alito that's going to make him either step back, um, or why he won't be there, or maybe he'll be like, what's her name? Ruth Bader Ginsburg, where she like died, still holding her seat. Not trying to put that on him, but there's something health wise that's coming up, or whatever that's gonna be coming up. I don't know if it's gonna be something personal, some matters at home that's gonna make him kind of step back. That's gonna make him um probably not be as active, because remember I was saying there's something here that is probably going to seem cowardice. It's probably going to come at the wrong time, and a lot of people are going to be like, no, you're hiding behind this ailment or this sickness or whatever that's going on at home, and you're using it as an excuse. um I feel like there's something like that coming up where he's going to be hiding behind that, but it could be something serious that's going on. He may have health issues. It may be somebody in his family, maybe his wife or something like that. um and he's going to be dealing with that, and so he may not be as present, um or it may not seem that he is as present in his position as he once was. hmm what's coming up with Thomas? He gonna steady get caught up with his money. I say this every time I see this fulfillment card. Like, let me clear this up for you. So on this fulfillment card, as you can see, it's a bag of money that the guy had, and the ship is sailed off. But he has his money. He got what he need, or maybe the ship is coming in. I'm not sure. To me, it looks like it's sailing away. Like, I got what I needed. I did my job. I got my money. All right. So money is still going to be an issue for him, for Thomas. That's what's coming up for Thomas. Control. He's going to be okay. I'm going to tell you in a minute. Hold on. And if again, correct me in the comments section below if you're someone who's more knowledgeable about this. But I think the other reason what is working against Thomas is not only that his wife was a part of the January 6th situation, which a lot of people tend to have more issues with, but I think there's also a thing here. I think Thomas has a longer history of accepting money, or essentially being bribed. That's, it's no other way to call it. He's been bribed, of bribing. I think he has a longer history of that, and so I think that's where he's going to face a lot of trouble, because he has a longer history and it's been proven that he has accepted money. I think he's even gone on record and bragged about how much money he has accepted and not reported, you know? I think I had one flipped over. Nope, I was just hallucinating. Okay, yep, so this has come up a couple times. Secrets, secrets, secrets. So immediately going back to the control coming up in reverse. Remember, I was stating that the Queen of Cups felt like it was something dealing with his wife. I wonder if there's going to be something around his wife that is a bit out of his control, that people are going to zero in on top of the fact that he has um so many bribery charges essentially against him, or not just against him. He hasn't been charged, but you know, there could be a lot of things of like, you've been bribed for this, and around this time this happened, and you voted like this, blah blah blah. I think there's going to be a lot of that against him. Now notice we do have decision with the Tower, so there may be something here where Thomas is going to end up getting pushed out. And then notice here we with the secrets card. This is this Mercury? No, Venus, I think, and Scorpio. Secrets, secrets, secrets. Let me get the book for that one. Hold on. Yep, that's Venus and Scorpio. That is number. Venus and Scorpio, self-control, regeneration. When one receives this card in a reading, it usually indicates that a deep secret is being held or is being hidden from those, or being hidden from the public. It says events, a secret liaison, a secret love, a passionate love affair. Money comes to a partner, a shared inheritance, an expression of extreme jealousy. I hope there's not something with his wife. Mm. Okay, Spirit, any additional messages you have for me in regards to Lito and Thomas's impeachment, potential impeachment? Okay, we have always ready. I bet they are. Misleading minds. Ooh, I see a lot of confusion and stuff going on here. Look, covet is design. They don't want to give up their positions because of how much money and access and even resources it has afforded them. It's the greed for sure. It's a lot of greed. Greed, 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 greed. Um this misleading minds is pretty curious. Because to me, it just feels like only way I could see this happening is it's a lot of like propaganda or kind of like psyops type stuff that's going to be put forth in order to keep them in position. There's going to be a lot of lying, manipulation with the misleading minds. I do think they both have some negative karma coming their way, though, for all of the stuff that they've been doing. So sorry, everyone. My camera died, so I'm really just finishing up. All I was going to say was that Alito and Thomas, there's a lot of karma that's going to be coming their way, I believe, from what I'm gathering on these cards, just due to the amount of injustice and harm they are causing so many people over their selfishness and greed. And I, think that's going to be coming back around to them. But other than that, I wasn't getting anything else additionally. But I wanted to make sure I finished out this video. So again, sorry for my camera dying. And as always, let me know what you think down in the comments section below. If you have something more you can add to this, or if there were some things that I kind of misspoke about that you can correct me on, let me know as well. With that being said, hopefully you all liked the video. Give it a thumbs up to let me know, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.